Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Polonia Warszawa. Today I thought we'd start on the page of our old hero, Mateusz Zwigawa. Crazy thing about old Matty Zwigs is that he's still only 23 years old, and yet he's coming up on 200 league appearances and over 100 league goals, 84 of which were scored for us, but he's got a decent amount for Lechia this year as well. Someone said they wanted to see him basically, and I figured, yeah, we'd have a look. Look at his record. 18 league goals in 29 league starts this season for Lechia. This guy is a brilliant player. 5 goals in the Europa League for him as well. We've got a few in the Nations League as well for Poland. 18 goals for Poland in 31 matches. He's ridiculously good at the age of 23. Now, his contract is up at the end of the season. Part of me wants to extend it purely based on sentimentality, but I think for the best of his career and for Polish football, I think the best thing we could do is release him on a free at the end of the year, because I believe that he probably will join another side in Poland. Hopefully Lechia or Lech, maybe Legia, but it's unlikely. I think he'd probably join one of the 2 other Champions League clubs, and it's a risk, but I think it's the best risk we could possibly take, and they then get him for free. But I feel like because these 2 are probably going to be the Champions League sides, whether they actually get through to the group stages is a different matter. One of them will automatically, which is brilliant, but the other one maybe not. Now, since it's the start of the week, it is time to thank new patrons. This week it is David Hogg, so seriously, thank you so much for that. I'm pretty certain I haven't mentioned this already. I might have done it last week. I'm pretty certain I didn't know. So yeah, thank you for that, and thank you to everybody over there. That is awesome. So of course there is stuff to talk about, but first we've got our first leg against Bayern, and some games off camera, of course, which we're going to do now. So straight after a success, sort of, in the end, against Sociedad, we beat Rakov 3-0. Vicente, Blaise Lisic, and of course Alberto Freitas coming up with the big goals in this one. We then followed that with a cushy 4-0 victory away at Zag. The main story of this game, though, is that Firmino scored a hat-trick of penalties. The lad can take them, it's fair to say. Fopossi grabbed himself a goal in this game as well, which is very, very nice. But to see Firmino score 3 penalties in one game is pretty impressive. And lastly, a 4-1 victory over Zag Lubin, with, of course, a rotated side goals from Edelberg, Martinez, Idshak, and Donny Waterberg, which is really nice. Nice to see Martinez grabbing a goal starting up front for us in this match. And that leaves the league looking like this. We're obviously champions, as you would expect. Lech and Lechia are pretty much looking good for those Champions League places. You can see that their goal difference is just way better than Legia, who slipped off the pace a little bit. But the thing you'll notice here is that Katowice are up into 6th spot. In this period of matches, they have beaten Lech, Lechia and Legia, 2 of which were away from home. I think they've won like 6 in a row now, and have pretty much wrapped up nearly that 6th spot, which will be a Europa League spot due to the extra European place this year. So I think GKS under Stala Solbakken have done incredible things to get up, not only to even get into the championship group, but to qualify for Europe, basically, is insane. Zag still could give them a run for their money for Legia for that 4th spot. They've done all right this year, but there you go. So, interesting times. Oh, and in case you couldn't have already guessed, Wisła have sacked Wojciech Szczesny because they've been relegated and he's won 1 match in charge. Right, let's get into Bayern. We are the home team, which is good, although I like to play the home leg second because it means we can kind of go into it knowing exactly what we need to do, but it means that we got a chance to put down a marker today, and we've done all right against Bayern this season. Our record against them is much better than it was against PSG or Man City. In fact, we actually have a better record against Bayern and have actually never lost to them. That's interesting. I did not know that. So with that in mind, I guess we've just got to go for it. Home game first. So we're going to go with this approach. Standard sort of stuff. Do a quick pick, obviously. Is that what I want? That's definitely not what I want. Pereira is back, which is just about nicely. Lisic, I want... Oh, do I want... Treverio's out, so Gorosito will probably have to play... No, wait, we'll put Vicente up there, and we'll bring Gorosito in here. Prado in there, Albarracin, Freitas, and of course Valvela at the back with Chabal and Iglesias. The bench will be Orozco, Olivier, Waterberg, Firmino, The Lama, Edelberg, and of course youngster John Martinez. Okay, Bayern, simple strategy. We know what we could potentially do to turn this around if things don't start to work, because it's a kind of similar system to what everyone seems to have played against us lately. So much so that I'm not going to change anything, I don't think. Right, well, it's nice to be back in our home stadium at least. Maybe that's given us a little bit of a boost. Playing some of those games in the Pepsi Arena maybe did the trick. I don't know. I think we played that Manchester City first leg. Well, obviously it was away from home. What are you talking about, Matt? I think in a game like this, it's just key to sort of set out our stall to make sure we're competitive for that second game. We've got a good record against Bayern, which is a rarity to have it in this save, quite frankly, so it's nice. Also, because we've won the league, we've got our transfer funds for next season. £40 million, as you'd expect. Pereira. Gorosito getting to that? No, he's not got to that. It's Sasha Bappa. He's got enough players around him to surely make the tackle, and somehow... There we go, Albarracin. There's a real determination about the lads today. Albarracin, Lisic. Over the top for Pereira. That's surely too deep for him. Oh, good save from Peters. This game is very scrappy at the moment. Chabal, back post, Lisic's header, saved by Peters. Really, really top start from us. This is what I wanted, though. Bayern look very shaky from a defensive standpoint. They're allowing us through them. Chabal driving straight at them. Can he... Oh, Vicente's in! Oh, what a finish. Vicente, 17 goals this season. We lead, and we've thoroughly deserved that. What an opening 15 minutes. This is a team that actually seem to have woken up. That Manchester City result really does... Look at this from Chabal, by the way. Driving forward, they get very unfortunate with the tackle through from Kraft, but Vicente, just an absolute thunderbolt of a strike, just like the one he scored against Manchester City, actually. 17 for the season. The thing about that amazes me is the fact that he hasn't even started as many games as you'd imagine, but to score that many goals, Chabal, oh my god, the space! Vicente again! Outwiper for Posse. Even with the shorter passing play, we're still able to do this sort of stuff for Posse. Substitute for Vicente again, and it's 2-0. Vicente has grabbed himself another one. I tell you what, right? We have got such a wealth of riches in that attacking midfield role with Vicente, Treverio, and Gorosito who can play deeper. The fact that we can just cut in off this wing, find all sorts of space through the middle, just rolls it in, and Vicente has just got an absolute thunderbolt of a strike. 2-0 on 23 minutes, and Vicente's got both. What a lad. Like, we've done well. We've not let them have anything, but you know how this game can be. Chabal coming all the way through, blocked. Gorosito, and we've actually still got away with it for Posse now. We've allowed them to drag themselves out. Pereira, he could square it for someone here. He could. Leasing. Oh my god, that should have been third. That should have been the third goal there. It kind of had to be. I don't know why Pereira doesn't put that along the floor. It's the tap in at the back post if he does. Bayern have not had a single shot in this match. We've been unbelievable. Uh-oh, Kraft. Martinez. Kraft again. Oh god. Like, I just run out of like ways to. We can't do much more than limiting them to no shots, and then they get one shot and it's a goal. Bappert knocks it down. Just oh god, now the headers are starting. The headers have started. Let's try to remain positive, shall we? Favela for Posse. We've been the better side by comfortable distance tonight. Pereira in there again. Oh, what a stop. What a stop by the goalkeeper. The chance creation tonight has been flawless. Genuinely brilliant in every possible way. Well, 2-1 at half-time. We've had 19 shots, 11 of which have hit the target, and they've had one. I know it's all about putting them in, but come on! This seems to happen way too frequently. And that's why our possession is so high. I think we need to be passing the ball a bit more. Bring the tempo up a tiny bit too. But I'm not going to lie, though. I'm still incredibly annoyed that we've somehow only 2-1 up after a first half of that kind of quality. But... I think we can get round them a bit easier by just cutting out a few of those unnecessary passes and get at them a bit faster. Vicente had nearly another chance. Favela's in. Oh, my goodness. Simple header down. Freitas knocks it down to Alvarez. Oh, why are you heading it? Kavic. I give up. What are you supposed to do? Like... Why is Alvarez heading the ball there? Just, you... comes to this, and it's just... I just don't know anymore, mate. I just don't know. Chabal, Gorosito again. Blocked. Down the field. Easily cleared. Nah, every single ball Bayern are just getting now. It's like you could feel when the switch happened. Into the channel for Firmino. He's got it. He's through. And it's saved. Well, 2-2. I just don't really know anymore. They did nothing in the entire match. They somehow scored 2 goals in that game. I don't get it. Like, I don't know how we managed to only score 2, and they managed to... Oh, my God. Every time. They have 5 of their shots are from range. Okay. Let's take our mind off this with some comments. Silver now on 215 grand a week. Can't blame the lad. Yeah, I didn't actually notice that he was on as much money as that. I pretty much get now why he left to go to China. My uncle is James Bond. Almost. He's called Jim, but when we worked together at Tesco's, his name was James. You know your groceries in good hand when 007 is Employee of the Month. You're damn right. Monaco played PSG and they got through to the semis despite PSG being all dominant domestically. Yeah, they did. It's quite impressive, actually. Yeah, they lost the first leg 1-0. I believe they won the second leg 3-0 against PSG. They have come closer to PSG in recent years, but they're not that close domestically this year. So fair play to Monaco. Could you use Strasbourg instead of Huesca? No, we're definitely doing Huesca as the start of that save. But remember, it's only a one-season challenge. Like, the season will be still possibly like 30, 40 episodes perhaps, but it gives us a chance to freshen things up. So I could then, once I've done that, if it works out and people enjoy that kind of save, we could then do a different team and you get more flavour that way. Right, games off camera, and then back for the second leg of this mess. Now we've probably got to go and try and find a way to win in Germany, which admittedly, based on the way we actually played in the match, is eminently doable. Provided nonsense. The pendulum might need to hold off for a bit. I can't believe that result's just happened. Jesus Christ. Right guys, we're back. Firstly, we had a couple of games off camera actually. Somehow, 2 in this midweek admit. So there you go. 3-0 victory over Legia. Lovely old job. Fernandinho grabbed himself a penalty, a goal, and of course Pimentina grabbed one as well. So a nice comfortable victory. And then we had the Polish Cup final against a team who are currently struggling against relegation in the second tier. Weird old season. Just as well, because if we'd have let them, if they'd have won this match somehow, they'd have been in Europe next year, and that would have been terrible for Polish football because they're probably going to be in the third tier next year. Fernandinho scored a hat-trick, admittedly one from the spot as well. Idshak grabbed one, and Pimentina grabbed a brace in this game too. He's getting a few goals filling in here, but a 6-0 victory in the cup final, as you would kind of expect, so good to see. But today, it's Bayern. Interesting situation. Real Madrid, Real Madrid lost to Monaco. They lost 4-1 on aggregate, so Monaco into the final. I sort of understand why they were able to beat PSG. They're clearly concentrating mostly on Europe, so fair play to them, I suppose. I really want to join them there, but I think we're kind of up against it now. We have to go to Germany and win. Now, we've never lost to Bayern in this save, but we can't really do it. I mean, a 3-3 draw would technically see us through. But, like, come on now. I'd rather not do that. We're going to have to come out here and win, and that's going to be pretty damn difficult. But the problem is, I don't know what to change, because the first, we played really well in that game, and just shit happened. Hopefully, we can just do that again and not get the same amount of nonsense happening to us, but we'll see. So, obviously not going to play this system. We're going to play this approach. Just do a quick pick now. Pereira, Lisic, Vicente for Posse, Gorosito. Good. My assistant's got slightly better. Not quite, though, bud. Got to bring Prado in and Felvela back. Good. So Pereira, Lisic, Vicente for Posse, Gorosito, Prado, Albarracin, Freitas, Falvela, Chabal, and Iglesias on the bench. Actually, I'm going to go with that. On the bench, we're going to go with Orozco, Olivier, Edelberg, Fernandinho, Rosa, Idshak, and Pimentina. Now, someone said they wanted to see the roles for our strikers. So essentially, it's a complete forward for most. We've got a deep line one in one of the other ones, but I don't really like using that. The only thing I really have him doing, other than the standard stuff, because there's so much stuff on complete forward already that you don't really get much room to adjust it. I mean, you've got a few things you can do. The only thing I have is shoot less often. I have that on all the time, just because, I don't know, I always find in this game, if you don't have that on, players just shoot randomly, and it's just to be safe. I mean, it's certainly a far from ideal scenario to be in, believe me, but much like the Manchester City game, these are the sort of things where you kind of prove your worth. Except the problem is, I didn't really have anything I can analyse. We played really well in that last game, and yeah, I feel like if we play as well as we did in the first leg, in this game here, then I cannot see that happening 2 matches in a row. We're off to the flyer. This is how we know things are about to turn sour already, don't they? It's going to have to be Pimentina. I know he could potentially play through it, but if we need him to stay fit. Yakimov. Wow. They've already had a great chance inside inside the opening 10 minutes here, just because the usual headers. Kraft. Oh, well played. Gorosito does brilliantly there. Oh, lovely stuff. Pereira, can he get us an away goal to set things off? Yes, he can. Good start. Ibrahima Pereira, 1-0. Right, that's a very, very good start to this match. This is the kind of counter-attacking football that we utilised brilliantly in the second leg against Manchester City. This is brilliant from Gorosito to win this ball. But to find Blisic, and then the first time ball over the top from Blasic, that is insane. Great work from Pereira to bring this down and just fire that one home. Right, we've got the lead. We're actually in a good position right now. If we can grab ourselves another one, we could level up the away goals, which is kind of important. Just to try and find a few more of those balls over the top for Pereira. It's a very different style of play. Oh! Okay, we've just got away with that there. 2 amazing... I mean, they've hit the woodwork 3 times so far already, and I feel for them for that. Oh, dear. Nice work. Pimentina could cut and suddenly get the shot away. Doesn't... Albarracin's got room. Can he find the cross? He can. It's clear. It's come back to him. Lisic maybe having a crack, or just win a corner or something. Albarracin. Back for Lisic. Ball. Pereira makes it 2. Oh, God. Here we go, lads. If anything, we've been worse today than we were in the home leg, and that's what makes this most disappointing in a way. But we're 2-0 up now in Germany. Now, remember, we were 2-0 up in the first leg too, but we do at least have 2 away goals. Again, Blaise Lisic, look at this for a first-time ball across. Pereira with a lovely look. He doesn't even move. The animation just sort of hits him in the head. Back of the net. 2-0 up in Germany now. 4-2. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better scoring half, but it's just so weird the way these games go. Pimentina makes it 3-0. Wow. He's come off the bench to replace Vicente early on, and what is this game? The way we've played today has been nowhere near as good as we were in that first leg, and yet somehow today we find ourselves 3-0 up. For Posse, it's just flicked through. Pimentina's thumped that one in, only his 4th of the season, but the youngster, probably our 4th choice attacking mid, has made it for 3-0. Well, I don't even know what I was worried about. They need 4 second-half goals now. Out of nowhere, I think switching it to the long play has really helped us there. 3-0 up. At the moment, things are looking very good. I can also just say, it was really encouraging to see the amount of enthusiasm towards the idea of the Huesca save and the more analytical approach when I do that sort of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to doing that kind of stuff, just to try something completely different out. Because I really do think it could make a different type of FM video, basically. And yeah, I want to try that. I think it'll be fun. Kraft. Well, you still got to be careful here. Spoke too soon, though, didn't you, Matt? You spoke too soon. Oh, God. All right. To be fair, if there's any man that could come on in a position like this, it is my man Firmino. But that's 2 injuries in 1 match as well now. Thank God for the scoreline is all I can really say about that one. Prado. Martinez. Save. Oh, it's in! Well, okay then, I guess. Sure. Yeah, that's frustrating. Martinez with the strike, and Iglesias keeps it out, but puts it into the post, and it's in to the back of the net. Just don't give another 3 goals up, eh? Ha ha ha. Looks like we're going to do it. Very, very weird game, to be honest. I feel like 3-1 is a bit flattering on us in places. I think we were the better side, but not 3-1 good. But then I really don't care. Based on that first leg, we deserve to go and get the win on the night. The win on the tie. 5-3. We're in another Champions League final. It's going to be Monaco this year, and I am not suiting up. We are definitely suiting up for this one. I feel like that's what jinxed us last time. I want to make sure that we get this, but I'm concerned about the injuries we've suffered in today's match, and this could really cost us in that final, because I don't know how long it is away. Okay. Oh, God. That's just not what you want to see, is it? Pereira, strained knee ligaments. He's gonna be gone, isn't he? Okay, Vicente's not. Okay, so we're gonna be missing Pereira. That's not good. Big money, but that is really unnerving. The fact that Pereira scored twice in that match and he's gonna miss the final, I think, maybe. The final is on the 28th of May, so yeah, there's no way Pereira's gonna be fit for the final. The others will be, but that is a blow for us, to be honest. That is a real blow. I wonder if Poirier will be playing for Monaco in the final. So, next episode, it's the Champions League final for the 3rd season in a row. I want revenge on the French after the result against PSG in the last final, where we did get mugged off to an extent, but I want to come back with a vengeance this year. But I'm worried about the fact that we've lost Pereira. Firmino is our top scorer in all competitions this year. Again, we're going to have to rely on him in that final. I'm hoping that he can come up trumps for us. I really, really am. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, we've still only lost 1 game this season, and it was the Manchester City tie. That is insane. Yeah, join us next time for the final. I will be suited up. Everything should be hunky-dory, hopefully anyway. We've had some really tough draws, though. The Manchester City one and the Bayern tie. We've had some really work hard to turn things around. So yeah, drop a like. That'll be great. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for the final. My giddy aunt. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.